Well. Another season officially begins. And we're doing 2 games here in week 1. Of course, we got our traditional Sunday game. But, since in honor of how the NFL usually does things, we'll do the defending champion on the opening Thursday. I mean, football season's starting today, so let's get our season kicked off here on this random Thursday. And folks, we got the defending champions in our league hosting their first game, the Miami Dolphins. And their first opponent is a team that competed in last season's Loser Bowl. Yeah, I know, not the most intriguing matchup, but what are you going to do? Alright, regardless, it's a brand new season. All the stats count. And with that, let us prepare for some... it's still too early for that, so let's just say football. Whatever. Alright, I'm apparently attacking my desk now in anger. Whatever. That's as good as you're going to get from this early in the season. Hello, folks. It's Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to week 1 of, I guess, the second season of our Strat-O-Matic playthrough. Last season, the Miami Dolphins won the whole league. Definitely did not do that intentionally. No, seriously, that's just how everything ended up. So now we are kicking off week 1 with a doubleheader. The way this works is quite simple. I am playing a full 17-game season. We'll play out 1 game a week here on the old YouTube. The remaining 15 will be done through dice rolls. Through the Dungeons & Dragons dice, that is, to be more precise. Not, say, these type of dice, although that will kind of factor into it. For this week only, I am doing a 2-for-1 special. We'll have our usual Sunday game, which will be Raiders-Commanders. But I figured, since the NFL loves hosting their Super Bowl champion on the first day of the year, we'll do the same thing here. Except the Dolphins are hosting the Panthers. And since these are 2022 rosters, this could end up getting pretty ugly, or it might turn into a surprise. Who knows? Now, as for the way I do the other 15 games, well, let me show you. This is kind of the score sheet I used to do this. Last season, how I did it was basically I gave some bonus points for certain teams depending on different attributes. Gave 10 points to the home team just for advantage. Rolled D100 and then rolled a dice D6 for each of these categories. Multiplied it and then I ended up getting the final score. What ended up happening, though, is in a bizarre twist, a lot of the quote-unquote good teams never even made it to the postseason. So in an effort to try and fix that imbalance, I've now gave every team an offensive and a defensive ranking on a scale of 1 through 4. And what that does is either going to increase or decrease these multipliers depending on what I gave them. And I based the rankings off of the 2023 season just to try to be fair. So let's say, for instance, we have the Dolphins here. I gave them a 4 and a 3. 4 for offense, 3 for defense. The Panthers, meanwhile, got, I know this is pretty pitiful, but it's fine, a 1 and a 2. You can kind of see what it does to the stats, the multipliers, unfortunately. But this is to try to prevent bad teams from just sneaking up on, good opponents. In this case, the Dolphins should be able to crush the Panthers in this scenario. And it's the same in ours, barring any sort of weird predicament. So that's how I'm doing the simulations off camera. As for stats, well, we'll see how that works out. I know I had a hard time keeping track of stats, but we'll see if I can pull it off this season. All right, we don't need to have these on. We're not ready. This is just a hard copy anyway, so. At any rate, that's how I'm going to simulate everything off camera. But again, we're doing one game per. And of course, this week it's going to be Panthers Dolphins, with Raiders Commanders being our actual game. So, enough of me talking. Let's get set up and let's get ready for, well, you know what's coming. All right, so as you can see, I kind of got a new setup working. For this game, the Panthers will be in green, Dolphins will be in red, even though that makes no sense, but the Dolphins are the home team. I did impute a couple new rules this time. For instance, if you didn't catch this in the last video, here it is. Sacks. No longer will it be a star, -9. I'm basically rolling. This is who gets it. This is how much yardage they lose. And if this is an X, it's a fumble. So that would represent a strip sack. We had one of those in the preseason week 0 game. So that's just kind of an instance of how that works out. You can now do squib kicks when needed if you want to take some time off the clock. You could do coffin corner punts. Just basically you punt, you roll all 4 of these, you subtract this from the amount, and if this is an X, it stayed in bounce. And then I believe the only other rule change that this major report, I don't remember what the other one. There was 4 of them in total. I just named 3 rule changes from last season to this season. These are all part of the advanced rules, by the way. Of course, we're doing penalties. That was an advanced rule that I just did in general. I believe we got everything. We covered all the bases here. I'm still doing the elementary version in case anyone's wondering, because it's a little bit too complex for me. Yeah, I know. It's a bit much. Some other time, maybe. No, I think that was it. I don't remember what the other one was, but I'm sure it'll come up whenever it comes about. Oh, well. All right. So that's just basically my basic rule changes for the year. Is allocating sack yardage and all that. So, other than that, rules are basically the same. We do it in elementary mode, and whoever has the most points when we're done wins. And no, there's not going to be any music. I would like to keep these videos nice and short, so we're just going to skip ahead. And hopefully this time I keep my mic on, which I kind of goofed up last episode. Oops. My bad. All right, enough of messing up. Carolina, you're the visitors. They're going to call evens. Well, they get it. But they decide to get the ball, so they're actually going to receive, being kind of the insignificant team, what should be the inferior team, but we'll see. All right, Dolphins will kick it off, and as a result, so here we go, and the season begins once again. Or as CJ would once said, "Aw bleep, here we go again." Sorry, I had to censor that out, but it is what it is. YouTube, everyone. And we're starting by giving Carolina the ball at the 25. Okay, that makes sense. All right, good enough. Whatever. All right. The Panthers starting lineup is as follows. I usually put the specialist card here. The quarterback is going to be the man that sees ghosts, Sam Darnold. I know it's Bryce Young, but this is the 2022 set, so therefore he is not here yet. Which might explain why a couple of these players are here, but technically not here. Terrence Marshall is the split. I'm going to have Levaska Chenault start as the fullback / slot. Deonta Foreman, he's not here either. He's the starting halfback. Ian Thomas is the starting tight end. I don't know if he's still there. DJ Moore, who obviously isn't there and just got paid by the Bears, is the flanker for this set. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. All right, 1st and 10. And I'm going to start, and the way I usually do this is, for defense, I usually assume, but offense, I kind of take my best guess. And I'm actually going to start with a short pass to DJ Moore. Catch the Dolphins off guard. They don't see this. 1st and 10. Here we go. 10 on a short. They guessed wrong, but it's an incomplete pass. That's a good way to start this, with an incomplete pass. First offensive play. Darnold was looking for DJ Moore right from the get-go, and it didn't work. All right, let's try a running play. 2nd and 10. 6 for Foreman. He is going to get 4 yards. Okay. So they're on to Foreman for 4 yards. That brings us to a 3rd and 6. Let's try the Moore again, but this time we'll throw to him. Dolphins will cover him. 3 on a flat. Oof, that hurts. 24 and a 1st down, easy. And Moore goes out of bounds. If I roll a D, I'm automatically assuming the receiver gets pushed out, and therefore he goes out of bounds. Panthers already have it in Dolphin territory, and they didn't even break a sweat. Okay, this is what I was talking about. Sometimes these games can get a little bit unpredictable. Anyways, it's a 1st and 10 all of a sudden for the Panthers, for the Dolphin 47. 7. Nothing for Devonta Foreman. All right. Oof. All right, that's okay. We'll try to swing it out to him on 2nd down. Another 4 on a flat. 2 or a 12, we have a problem. Well, there's a 2, but not in total, so it's actually an incomplete pass. As Darnold was looking for Deontay Foreman on the flat, and it didn't work out that well. Man, oh man. This is just nasty. Okay. 3rd down and 10. 5 on a short. 2 to receiver to Laviska Shenault, who is going to get the first by picking up 12 yards. 1st down, and the Panthers will have it at the 35 as Shenault goes out of bounds there. So the Panthers are moving the ball a little bit efficiently in this first drive. Kind of a surprise. Okay, this is not bad for them. 1st and 10. Dolphins will not see this pass play coming. 7. It's 9 yards to Terrence Marshall, who gets pushed out at the 26. Okay. 2nd and 1. Let's go. Let's do it. 2nd and 1. Dolphins do see this coming, but we've got a long attempt to DJ Moore. And it's a long gain, which means it's a touchdown. The lowest I can roll for is 35. Doesn't matter. They're at the 26. Wow. Oh my God. Just like that. 26 yards to DJ Moore on the opening kickoff. No wonder the Bears traded for him. My goodness, that was quick. Extra point from Eddie Pinheiro. Unless it's an 11, we're good. And that is a 12, but we're still good. Okay. Whew. Wow. I was not expecting that on the opening drive, but they managed to pull it off. It just dawned on me that I'm putting the Panther stats on the home team slot. Okay, hang on. 1 minute. All right, sorry about that. Had a snafu on my end. But regardless, the Panthers strike first. A 26-yard pass play from Sam Darnold to DJ Moore. He wasn't seeing ghosts. He was actually seeing his receiver for once. Wow, okay. And to think he is now on the Vikings being their starting quarterback. Well, if that's that goes any way it just went in our scenario, they'll be just fine. Anyways, Panthers go up right out of the gate 7-0, and it only took them 2.5 minutes. Wow. Very impressive drive there from the Panthers to start us off here on Season 2. All right, Panthers, your turn to kick off now. 6. Miami gets it from the 3. They're now in red, even though their team colors are green. Number 1 back has it, and he's only going to get 19. Okay, so he's up So Mostert gets up to the 22 here. Okay. We have 12-15. Okay. Miami's turn to respond now, and their starting lineup is as follows. Tua Tagovailoa is the quarterback of this team. We've got Jalen Waddle in the flanker. I'm going to start Alec Ingold in at the fullback slot spot. Raheem Mostert is the running back. Mike Gesicki, even though he's on the Bengals, is in the Dolphins in this team version, and Tyreek Hill is the flanker. And I'm starting with Raheem Mostert, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Dolphins. 4 on an off tackle, 8 yards right out of the gate. Okay, excellent. As Mostert gets pushed out on top of that. 2nd down here. 2nd and 2. If it goes into the crack like that, that's an automatic re-roll. To the receiver, we also have a penalty. It was guessed wrong on Tyreek Hill. 15 unless nothing happens. Okay. Tyreek Hill out to the 45. It's a 1st down, just like that. And now the Dolphins turn to move the ball quickly. And forgive me, I'm just doing the stats behind the scenes here so I can record them for my own benefit. Also, like I said, I will try my best to keep them up to date as much as I can. 1st and 10 here. From the 45 of Miami. 7, it is a loss of 1 for Mostert. That's all right. Oops, sorry about that. All right. 2nd and 11, another run. This time we'll try it. Yeah, we'll try an off tackle. 5, there's a penalty to go with it. Uh-oh. 5 through 10 were okay. Everything else? No. I was about to say it's a fumble, but no. Yep, and it's a loss of 1. There's no penalty. Brings up a 3rd and 12. All right, there we go. We got 3rd and 12 coming up. 6 on a short. How about 14 for Jalen Waddle, and he's got the 1st. 43, yep. So Waddle makes his 1st catch of the game. Okay, 1st and 10 again. 5 on a line buck. Uh-oh. 5 through 10 were okay. Yep, that's a 2-yard gain for Mostert in an unrelated note. Linebucks do not get stopped at the benefit of getting stopped out of bounds, so. All right, 2nd and 8. 6 on a flat. It's 7 if it holds. That needs a reroll. Nice try. It will not be holding, and speaking of holding, I think that's what we're getting. To the penalty sheet, yeah, holding 10 yards. That's what I thought. Oof, that hurt a little bit. Okay. Now we're back to 2nd and 19. A lot. Oh, yeah. I think it's 2nd and what? 17? Ugh. Oh, boy. Doesn't count. That does. It's a flat. Nope, incomplete. Tua was looking for Waddle there and found air. All right, 3rd down. 3rd down and quite a bit. To the receiver, we're looking at Tyreek Hill. How about 11 yards? That's clearly not going to be the 1st, but he's 7 yards away. Okay, so he is 7 yards away, and that should probably influence me to go for this. We're definitely not in Jason Sanders' field goal range. Oh, no. We're 2 yards out. Punting makes no sense unless I roll high on all 3 of these. Now, let's do it. 4th and 6. 4th and 6. All right. We're going for it. No, 4th and 7, excuse me. Yeah, 4th and 7. I'm just looking around for other options here. Not really. Okay. I left Ingold in there, but whatever. All right, we'll leave it like this. 4th and 7. 5 on a short. Oop, to the receiver. They got a chance. Waddle. Yes, sir. 16 yards, and he gets it. First down. Waddle gets it for 16, and he gets the first down. My apologies for keep shaking the camera. I don't mean to make anybody claustrophobic. All right, let's put Cedric Wilson in. And we've got ourselves a 1st and 10. We got to roll that. Off tackle on a 7 misguessed. How about 4 yards? As Mostert gets pushed out there. 2nd and 10. 6, excuse me. Panthers continue to play the pass just cuz. 7, I think that's incomplete. Yeah. Sometimes you get short gains on the 7, but in the Panthers' case, it's 6. Probably because they're so bad at it, which is kind of weird. All right. That is to Gesicki now. Okay. Stop making everybody claustrophobic. Jeez. All right. Calm down, me. My God. All right. 3rd and 6. 5 on a flat. It's an 8-yard gain, and Waddle's got the first. Dolphins are now responding with a drive of their own. This is looking good. All right, 1st and 10 from the 12 here. Panthers actually are going to think run. Five on a flat, miss done, and it's a 10-yard gain to Mike Gesicki, and he is right at the doorstep. To the 2. So the Dolphins are moving just as well as the Panthers were. Let's bring Ingold. Well, you know what? Durham Smythe is checking in. So my other, but since he's only tight end eligible, I have to move Gesicki to the fullback spot. That's how this works. Gesicki, for some reason, is the blocking back, but alas, that's how the rules work. All right, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 here. Goal to go, excuse me, from the 2. The 2-yard, let's see, and yep. Mostert's getting pushed back a yard to start us off. 2nd down. I'm going to bring in another runner, and let's bring in Jeff Wilson here. Same play. I can do that if I use a different player. 2nd and goal to go from the 3. Wilson's getting 2 of those yards back, but he's not quite there. Jeff Wilson for 2. All right. 3rd and goal to go, right at the 1. And yeah, let's do it. Panthers actually will. What would the Panthers do in this situation if I was them? Again, I'm pretending like I don't know what's happening. You know, I think they would play the pass. Oh, look at that. They are playing the pass. All right. I know it's a little hard, but so be it. Doesn't matter. Touchdown! Would have gone for 7, but they just needed 1, and it's Durham Smythe catching the very first touchdown for the Dolphins. Hey, why not? All right. Durham Smythe catches the first touchdown of the year for the Dolphins. And Jason Sanders will add an extra point to go with it. Look at that. Dolphins see the Panthers touchdown with one of their own, and we are back to where we were when we started at the beginning of this game, only the Panthers kind of drove a little bit quicker, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. 5:45 remaining in this first quarter, and we are deadlocked at 7. And now that I've shown you the first drive, we are just going to speed ahead to whatever good moment comes out next. So roll that mute. Wait a minute. And I'm doing that this season. I need to keep these video links down. So here's future me to explain what happens next, or something along those lines. Look, I got to keep these video links down, okay? Sue me. Dolphins, kind of are going to see this coming. And we have our first injury. Oof. Okay, let's resolve this first and foremost. It's an 11-yard pass play, and it's a first down for Marshall. Okay, so let me award Marshall his 11 yards before we address this injury here. All right, whenever we get 3 dice of the same, I don't know if you can see this, but there's 4 free 4s. Whenever this happens, an injury roll happens, unfortunately. So in the last game, I didn't count these, but that's because that was an exhibition. This time it's for real, so we'll see who it affects here. And I see it affects the Dolphins defense. In this case, basically it'll affect them on the defense when I come do the off-camera rolls. But let's see what happens here. It's all 4s. All 4s, 7, 6. I'm rolling this all in succession here. These guys, and here's my injury cheat sheet. So we got all 4s. They play a 3-4. And down goes the left end for this game and the next. And I believe that is going to be Christian Wilkins going down, right? Yep. Christian Wilkins, who unfortunately is on the Raiders, but not in this version. Sadly, he will not be here for this version either, at least for this game or the next. That's obviously going to impact the Dolphins when I do the off-camera rolls, but that should be fine. But for this game, it's not going to matter much. If this were the advance, it would definitely hit. But here, hell, not as much. So it is what it is. So very unfortunate. Would you believe it if I told you the Panthers are driving yet again? Now they just got an offsides penalty. So it's now 1st and 10 from the 18. Oh my goodness. So much for this being a blowout. This could be an offensive slugfest. Was not expecting this at all. It's no gain for Deonta Foreman. They saw the run this time. Miami's been trying to cover up their pass, but it has not worked. Oh, I read the wrong one. Oh, it still doesn't matter. All right. 2nd and 10. They don't see this line butt coming. 6. And it's a 5-yard gain regardless of the fact. That brings up a 3rd and 5. To the tight end we go? Sure, why not? 9. It's to Thomas. Thomas has nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oof. No, that's all right. 4th and 5. Yeah, field goal time. All right, Eddie Pinheiro, this is just a chip shot 30-yarder. You should be fine. Yeah, 13. Yeah, unless this is an 11 or a 12, he should be just fine. Kick is up. Good. Good. Eddie Pinheiro converts it, and the Panthers get another 3 points off of that. Eddie Pinheiro from 30 yards away adds 3 more to the Panthers tally. And look at this. It's already 10-7 Panthers. My goodness, was not expecting this. But here we are. We could have an offensive slugfest. And I didn't even think this would happen. So, Panthers, good to see you've improved. Maybe. Moving on. 3rd and 6. Oh, God. Oh, no. Yep, another 26-yard completion. The Waddle. Ugh. The second one of those they gave up. Oh, man. Oh, man. That hurts. So 26, the Waddle, who somehow has 90 receiving yards already. What on earth is going on here? Oh, my God. This is turning into a offensive explosion. Anyways, first and goal to go from the 3 as we've now are about to end the first quarter with this play. Will it be a touchdown? No, and it actually could be something worse. 2, 3, 4, or 12. It will. And it is going to be. It's a fumble. But the Dolphins get on it. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We don't need to have anything like that. In this case, whoever has the highest defensive rating, which is Frankie Louvu, forces the fumble, but thankfully someone on the Dolphins got that before it could turn into a bit of a nightmare. And that, folks, is how the first period is going to end. Panthers are somehow in the lead here, but maybe not for long. It is 10-7 in favor of the Panthers there. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. So it's going to be second and goal to go right from the 4 here. And that scared me off enough to throw in a tight end. Oh, hang on. Give me Durham Smythe again. Well, first off, get me Durham Smythe. Second off, get me Jeff Wilson. That has done enough to scare me off, essentially. Okay. Second and goal to go from the 4. You know what? Panthers think they're gonna throw it. 8. No, in that Jeff Wilson goes nowhere. No gain. Oh, okay. Oop. I meant to do this just so we're clear. Okay, now we're doing the flat pass. Yeah, let's do it to Tyreek here. Third and goal to go from the 4. Can the Panthers defense hold? Yes, they can. Incomplete. Tua was looking for Tyreek Hill, and he found nothing. So I guess Jason Sanders is going to have to finish the deal. All right. This is basically a chip shot field goal from 21. Kick is up. Now, hold on a minute. First off, it's good. Second off, no, nothing. It's good. Okay. Jason Sanders successfully ties the game. Dolphins drove down the field, but the Panthers defense managed to hold, and it was kind of bend but don't break on their behalf. So 10-10. And as we enter the early second quarter, I was not expecting this. But hey, you know what? We got ourselves a game early on, so we'll see if this can hold. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. All right, onward to the next highlight. Oh, man. Dolphins' pass offense is just destroying Carolina right now. They're right back into it. Another 1st and 10 here at the 15. To the receiver, we're going to Cedric Wilson this time. And how about nothing? Absolutely nothing. Incomplete. Second down here. Let's see if I can get anything with the run game going. Carolina is actually going to see this coming, thinking they want to get closer. And sure enough, they see it. Nope, got to re-roll that. No harm, no foul. Same with this run. No gain. Mostert just can't get anything going on the run here. We have a 3rd and 10 all of a sudden. All right. 3rd and 10. 8 on a short. And Tua gets sacked for the second time today. Oop, got to roll this. It's a 7-yard sack courtesy of... I can't see. I'm apparently too blind. Frankie Louvu. He forced a fumble earlier. Now he picks up a sack. A loss of 7 on the play. That's the second for the Panthers defense. And it looks like they're going to hold him for a field goal for the second drive in a row. This is Sanders from 39. The kick is up, and that should be fine. Oh, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Good. Jason Sanders from 39 gives the Dolphins their first lead of the game. So another good drive there, and the Panthers just find a way to stall the Dolphins and stop the Dolphins in their tracks before they can get any more a touchdown. And it's now the Dolphins finally have their lead. Okay, apologies for the camera shaking. There's nothing I can do about it. I think it's just as how I have this position. But anyways, yeah, 13-10. See, that's what I get for pounding on my desk earlier, you know? Now, all of a sudden, I'm going to start giving everyone claustrophobia. Good grief. All right. Again, apologies for that, but I'm going to have a talk with our cameraman. All right. On to the next highlight. I'll risk it. There's really no point. All right. Another punt. 7. Oh, there you go. You got it right down to the 1. Excellent. Number 1 back. Returned for a gain of... Did they pin him? Yes! They're caught at the 1. Excellent. That worked out beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. Okay. All right, this will bring up 1st and 10 from the 1. Shadow of Miami's own end zone, of all places. We're going to need Ingold, and I need Jeff Wilson in here. All right. Yeah. No, not you. You. All right. I got to do this 1st and 10 from the 1 of all places. 5 on a line buck. Uh-oh, this could be a big one. 2 through 4, 11 or 12. It's a fumble! And the Panthers have it! Wow, no! That is not good for Miami. The Panthers get it right at the 3. Let's see what this holds. No. So it's the right DRT and... Wow. Matt Ioannidis not only forces the fumble, but he plops on it as well. He doesn't get to return it, but who cares? The Panthers have it 1st and goal to go right at the 3. Unbelievable stroke of luck for the Panthers. Dolphins were down at the 1 thanks to a fabulous punt and an untimely offsides penalty. And now all of a sudden, I had Sam Darnold in here as quarterback. That makes sense. Yeah, that happened. Ouch. Oh, that was Jeff Wilson. Oh, I gave it to the wrong player. Okay, hold on. First off, I got to decide who's coming in. Yeah, Foreman, Thomas, Moore. And it now just occurred to me that I gave it to the wrong player. Was not Raheem Mostert that got that one. That was Jeff Wilson that fumbled that one. There we go. I assigned it to the wrong player. Sorry about that. Doesn't matter. 1st and goal to go for the Panthers at the 3. They can score here. They can tie the game or take the lead. They just need 3 yards to do so. Foreman's first carry, and there it is. Touchdown, just like that. Foreman from 3. I rolled short gain. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter one bit. And the Panthers have the lead. Pinero's extra point is good. Wow, wow, wow. Look at this. A turnover ends up being... That's about as costly as turnovers get, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Matt Ioannidis forces a fumble of Jeff Wilson. He plops on it, and Deontay Foreman does the rest with a simple 3-yard run right up the gut. Boom. Panthers are in the lead. This is a shocker. I was not expecting this. But the Panthers might be able to pull this off after all. They have definitely come to play. 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter here. There. Now Sam Darnold's been taken out. I forgot to take him out earlier. Okay. Good to know. All right. Well, was not expecting this, but here we are. Okay. Competitive game. You got to love it. But not for me. Where's Waddle at? There he is. All right. So this is how good it's going for the Panthers. Their punter just bombed a 68-yard punt, and there was no return. That should tell you all you need to know about how this game is going. And anyways, we've now hit the 2-minute warning. Dolphins are down by 4. They do get the ball to start the second half, though, so there is that. All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 12. Ew. And let's start us off with an 11-yard gain that goes out of bounds. All right, we'll take that. That's the Tyreek Hill. How about another 1st and 10? Do it again. 2. So 2. Okay, we have a penalty. 10 or 11, it's incomplete. Anything else, we have an 11-yard, 12-yard gain, which is what this is. Yeah, it's a 12-yard gain. All right. That is Jalen Waddle getting into the act now. I'm going to hurry up, so we're now in hurry-up mode, so I'm mandated to take at least 15 seconds off. Okay, 1st and 10. Let's now give it back to Hill. 7. And another 10-yard gain, and it's a first. And Hill goes out. Very nice. So now there's a $130 left. Dolphins have 2 timeouts, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. They used one earlier. We have a 1st and 10 here. Another one. 2 through 12, this is going to be an issue. Everything else is fine. That's fine. I'm not going to even roll the other one. That's an incomplete pass. All right. Simple, harmless, incomplete pass. No biggie. 2nd and 10. Oh, kind of need to move that too. Don't get any extra time around here. Oh, another interception roll, but this time it's 2 through 6. Uh-oh. Oh, the cornerback had it and dropped it. Almost an interception. The cornerback, whoever was covering Waddle, had it, and he dropped it. Shame on you, J.C. Horn, who was a rookie in this game. Okay, well, we can accept that. Oof. But yeah, J.C. Horn had it, and he dropped it. Oh, well. 3rd down. Oh, this was Sam Darnold's card. That's the 2nd time I've done that. Thankfully, I didn't roll anything on Tua's card, but man, that was not good. Okay, don't worry. It's a 2 for 4, 11 or 12. He's fine. All right, so J.C. Horn did not drop that. He just deflected it. All right, close enough. Incomplete. Glad I caught that before anything bad happened. Anyways, 3rd and 10. It's like the 2nd time I've done that, too. I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on. And now I have to double check to make sure anything didn't happen. Joys of doing stuff like this. I think if my memory serves me correctly, we rolled on the short gain over here, right? Yeah, we rolled a short pass. Okay, we're fine. Whew. Okay, I think we're okay. I'm going to pretend like anything that happened anyway, so whatever. 3rd and 10, meanwhile. That is still not excused. 7 on a short. 13 in the first. Okay, now we're on the right run, I promise. It's Waddle for 13. Sometimes I will do that and lose my head. All right, we got a minute left. That part is fine. Oh, that's Hill. My bad. All right. Don't worry, I'm not awarding the wrong yardage, to the wrong player either. Good grief. All right, you know what? I'll try one. Got a minute left, and we got 2 timeouts. 1st and 10 from the 43. 11. That was a bad choice. 2 for 6, 11 or 12. And there it is, intercepted! Picked off! Oh, I went for it, and the Panthers are going to end up with the ball. I believe that's their other cornerback. That's got to be... Well, it's not Stephon Gilmore. It's Dante Jackson. Let's see what he gets on the return. That's not a pick 6, but boy, oh boy, he's probably going to get... Well, he only got 4 yards because Hill probably tackled him right off the bat. Oof, that hurt. So Tua tries to chuck it deep, and who did I say it was? No. Yeah, and Deontay Jackson makes him pay for it finally. He finally got sick and tired of having passes thrown on him, and yeah, he finally said enough is enough, and he picks it off. Panthers defense comes up with a clutch interception there. Dolphins were threatening to drive for a minute, and now all of a sudden it's the Panthers who have the ball. They have all their timeouts, so I can tell you right now, I am definitely going for it for sure. All right, let's get everybody on that should. Where's Foreman? I need him, not Hubbard. We need DJ Moore, of course. Now we're getting Sam Darnold. I swear it's the right card this time. Okay, there we go. We don't need him to see ghosts or anything like that matter, even though he already probably has. All right, we got 52 seconds. All right, we're good. We got all the timeouts we want, and here we go. 1st and 10. Panthers are going to try it. Their turn. Can they do something with it? 7 on a short. Yeah, how about 10 to DJ Moore? They're going to try and hurry up, though. Actually, never mind. How about a timeout instead? They've got 2 remaining. And we got ourselves another 1st and 10. I'm going to try to long ball to him. He's pretty good at these. Two 7. Darnold's going to have to scramble. He'll get pushed out of bounds. Oh, dear. Yeah, he's not getting a darn thing, but at least he had the wherewithal to run out of bounds. So no harm, no foul, but that wasn't supposed to happen. Ugh. All right, 2nd and 10. 5 on a short, and that's a 14-yard gain with a penalty. Okay, I see the difference now. Never mind. Pretend like I rolled at 6 on that one. There's no penalty, but the 14-yard pass play stands. That's a 1st down. Panthers utilize yet another timeout. It's the Marshall on that one. Both quarterbacks have over 150 yards, by the way, which is kind of wild how this game has gone. Anyways, 1st and 10 yet again. 6. No, incomplete. I was looking for Marshall that time. 2nd down. I just realized the clock says 22. I only have a timeout. I mean, I'll have them spike it if this works. All right, we'll go for it. Okay, there we go. But the pass is incomplete. Ugh, that wasn't supposed to happen. All right, it was off to DJ Moore, and it's an incompletion. 3rd down and 10. I have no choice but to try to chuck it deep for our best receiver. That's DJ Moore. 6 on a long. Uh-oh. 2, 3, or a 4. It's another pick! No. Miami gets an interception. Ouchies. 4, and we have a penalty to go attached to it. The interception goes for 25 yards, by the way. So it's all the way up to the 46. What's the penalty and what's the clock situation like? Offsides, that's going to kick Miami in the very next play. There's kind of a new rule. That was the other rule. Offsides now, if I rule for it afterwards, that penalty will end up showing up on the very next play automatically. But yeah, it's an interception regardless of what happens. Darnold saw a ghost all right, a little bit too deep. Instead, I believe Xavier Howard is going to be grabbing that one. Yep. He was the ghost that apparently Sam Darnold saw. He returns it all the way to the 46. For clock purposes, I believe we are down to just a second left. Okay. So we're down to 1 second remaining, apparently. All right. I think that is just enough time to chuck one deep and hope for the best. I've done this before, and it has worked sometimes. It has not, but, you know, we'll give it a shot here. All right. Reality is I don't think it matters since this is the last play, and Miami does get the ball back to start the first half. All right. The only question now is who do I want to throw it to? Waddle's probably the best bet. Okay, Waddle it is. All right. One play. Oh, and hey, how I remember how I rolled offsides? False start, move back 5 yards. Yeah, if I roll offsides on a play that, you know, like an interception return or a kickoff or anything, the 5 yards automatically kicks in. So this is now a 1st and 15, but that's kind of a moot point. But just so we're all clear on that. So now we get 5 more yards. Oh, well. Pretend like it happened on the very afterwards. So whatever. All right. It doesn't matter. Here we go. Dolphins need 59 yards to score. And Tua's going to get flushed out of the pocket instead. So this is how the first half ends, with him just running for his life. Yeah, 7-yard gain is how the half ends. That really doesn't do anything to anything other than to kind of give him some rushing stats, really. But, oh, well, whatever. All right, well, that brings us to a 17-13 advantage for the Panthers at the half. I was not expecting this, but here we are. Panthers do have it, the lead going into the second half. Sam Darnold with 155, a touchdown and a pick that he just threw, as we all saw. Deontay Foreman has the rushing touchdown. DJ Moore has a receiving touchdown that he got on the first bit. Carolina's defense has 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles, and a pick. 1 recovered and a pick, and 2 sacks. So they're doing pretty good, too. They're holding their own. Look at this, though. Tua already has almost 300 yards before in the third quarter. That's amazing. And yet the score sheet does not say this working out for him. Waddle has over 100 yards. Hill is getting close. They just have no running game right now, which is bad. They have a turnover and a sack. Dolphins are going to need to fix that if they're going to have any chance of coming back. So, I mean, the Panthers' defense is just bending but not breaking. So, it's working brilliantly for them. So, we'll see if this trend continues or if the Panthers will finally fall apart during the second half. So, let's go to it. Well, would you look at this, folks? Carolina is in scoring range. They're in the red zone. DJ Moore just caught a 19-yard pass on 3rd down, and so here we are, 1st and 10 from the 11. First running play is going backwards. Deontay Foreman loses a yard. 2nd down and 11. Dolphins will think pass. Foreman's going on an off-tackle run instead. Uh-oh. Short gain. So unless this is a 12 or an 11, this is a touchdown, but there is a penalty. All right, that resolves that, but what about the penalty? Totally did not screw that up. Oh, no. And it's a holding penalty. Foreman had the touchdown run, but instead it gets called back from a holding penalty. 10 yards. Repeat, second down. Man, oh well, that was very unfortunate. All right, now we're at second and 21. Not good. 7, the flat is not going anywhere, incomplete. Darnold was looking for Marshall, and he found nothing. Okay. Well, I might as well try it. Third down. Eight on a short. All right, that's an 11-yard gain. So they get basically all their yardage back that they lost, but yeah, it's now fourth down, as you can see. DJ Moore now has over 100 yards receiving. Very nice. He's up 109. Carolina says, let's just kick the field goal and get it over with. 28 yards from Eddie Pinheiro. Kick is up. I believe we're perfectly fine. Oh, yeah. A 12 would have been the only issue. That is clearly not a 12, so it's good. All right. Eddie Pinheiro drills his second field goal of the game from 30 yards out. Carolina definitely had themselves a good drive there, and they extend their lead to a full touchdown now. 2013. Panthers just continuing their roll over here. I think they might actually pull this off, folks. Was not expecting this for real, but hey, why not? 7.5 go in the third quarter here. Yikes, Dolphins, you might want to pick it up here. This is not looking good. Well, the Dolphins' running game finally woke up. Mostert just broke off 2 large runs, and now it's 1st and 10 at the 16 as the Dolphins are driving. Here comes another one. This one only goes for a yard as the Panthers had it keyed up. Excuse me. All right, 2nd and 9 here. We need to re-roll that, but the 5-12 still counts. Okay, there we go. How about the flat pass for Carolina? It's 5. It's a Kaseki for 5. Wait. How much did he gain that? Okay, we're fine. Sometimes I think I put this at the wrong spot. It's sort of 3rd and 3, by the way. Tua for 5. Mike Gesicki again. 3rd and apparently 3. Yeah, we'll do Gesicki again. Wait a minute. No, wait. You can't throw to the same guy twice. My bad. That's illegal. All right, now I just simply choose a new play now. 3rd and 3. That's the rules in this game. It wouldn't have mattered anyways, because touchdown! Would have gotten 26, but Raheem Mostert just needed 9 to enter the end zone, and by God, he just did. 9-yard TD pass from Tua to Raheem Mostert. Fun fact, Tua just went over 100 yards himself in that one. Okay, hang on. I need to adjust the scoreboard. Extra point to tie it, by the way. It's good, and we have a tie ball game all of a sudden, once again. Raheem Mostert, 9 yards from Tua Tagovailoa, and we're all squared away. 20, both 20. Wow. Tua has now 300-plus yards and 2 TDs as Mostert collects his first TD of the day on a 9-yard TD pass that For some reason, Carolina keeps forgetting to cover. I don't know what their deal is. They keep letting these flat passes go for like chunk plays. They might want to tighten that up. Otherwise, they're going to end up in terror. 5 minutes remaining in the third. I will allow a second roll since it never really happened. 1st and 15. Same play. 7 on a long. Does this one work? Ooh, it's even worse. It's a sack. 7. Almost. Almost a safety. It got very close. Wow. Tua manages to stay in bounds out of the end zone, but it's a 7-yard sack regardless, as Ioannidis gets his first sack of the game. Remember, he already has a fumble and a recovery on top of that. Well, that's what you get for trying to go too cute, so oof. 2nd and 22. There's a false start penalty on top of this, so this is now not good. Mostert on the run. Does not get out of his own end zone. It's a safety. Oh, Mostert loses a yard, and it's a 2 points for the Panthers. The Panthers get a 2-burger on that one and take the lead on a safety of all things. The sack to set it up, and now a safety. Oh, wow. I am in total disbelief. There should be 8:15 left. Oh, man. That was very unfortunate. Who got that safety? I'm just curious. I'm just going to roll it. Whoever the highest one is on their card, so that's going to lead me to Brian Burns, who gets credit for that. We'll say he got credit for the safety there. So Brian Burns gets credit for a safety for tackling Raheem Mostert in the back of the end zone, and the Panthers have a 2-point lead, and they get the ball back as a result of that. Wow. A shocking turn of events as their defense just forces an unforced error. Yikes. So now, as I mentioned, the Panthers do get the ball back. How I do this, the Canadian rules say I can take it from the 35. There's technically no rule in Strat-O-Matic football that deals with this sort of thing. So I'm going to take a page out of the CFL and say if a safety happens, the opposing team gets it at the 35 as a result. That's what they do in Canada. We're going to do it here, even though I'm adapting a Canadian rule, and maybe that's not such a good idea. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, everyone. I'm kidding. Oh, boy. I love Canada. But anyways, yeah, that's how we're treating safeties, I guess. We'll set it from the 35. That's a fair rule. So Carolina will now get the ball at the 35 automatically. I'm not even going to bother with return, blah, blah, blah. I know that's not how the NFL does it, but that's how I do it, so whatever. And we're off. Panthers are thinking run because I think the Dolphins figure they can get at least one field goal here. That's not good. 2 for 4 or 12. It's a fumble! Panthers get it, though! Oh, no! Oh, a fumble recovered by the Panthers. Oh, the Dolphins just keep shooting themselves in the foot here. Oh, and there's 2:45 remaining. Oof. That hurt. That really, really hurt. It's Brian Burns and Yasser Gross-Matis getting it. So Brian Burns forces that fumble, and Gross-Matis picks it up and plops on it. Oh, dear. And that was the worst-case scenario for the Dolphins. They just get a turnover, untimely turnover. They were driving, too, and then that just happened. Panthers get the ball back with 2:45 remaining. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. It's only a 2-point lead, though, so let's not get too comfortable. Well, the Panthers just committed a holding penalty. Otherwise, they would have had a good spot. Instead, they're now looking at a 2nd and 17. Not ideal. Not ideal. Let's see if I can get the Dolphins to use a timeout here. Foreman is going to start off by busting out a 7-yard run, and there would be timeout number 1 from the Dolphins. They have 2 remaining. No, it's going to be 3rd and 11, by the way. There they are. So Foreman picks up a nice 7-yard run. We have a 3rd and a manageable 11, but not really. Okay, I'm going to throw it. DJ Moore out there somewhere. Anyways, 3rd and... It should be 11. What are we doing? It's at the 40. All right, 3rd and 11. Darnold drops back. Oh, God. 2 through 6, this is a problem. And it's picked! No! Sam Darnold, what are you doing? Oh, no, not this again. It's picked off. That's not a touchdown by any means, but I would like to see how far he gets. 20 yards there. Okay, so the return goes to 20. There is a penalty, too. Let me resolve this first, and we'll try to figure out what on earth is going on here. Nothing. Okay, so the Dolphins will have it, by my approximation, at the 34. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Yikes. Now, apparently, it's a turnover for the Panthers. Clockwise, we're probably about 137. Yeah, Darnold dropped back the pass. He was intending it for DJ Moore, and instead he throws it to Xavier Howard. Again. Problem. He's not on his team. Yep. Oh, Sam Darnold. Why do you always have to see ghosts? That is not how this works, buddy. Jeez. The Dolphins suddenly have the ball back. I believe they are in field goal range. So with 137, they have a chance to win this. All they really need is a field goal to take the lead. They're down 2 points. Last time out, though, they fumbled the ball away, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. Anyways, 1st and 10 from Carolina's 34. They've got 2 timeouts, by the way. That should read a buck 37. Okay. I got to be careful here because I realistically only need a field goal here. Panthers still have all 3 of their timeouts, mind you. All right, and the 1st and pass from Tua is incomplete to Waddle. That's not going to do us any good. All right, 2nd down here. I'm sure Carolina wouldn't mind giving us a free off-tackle run. They do, as they don't see it coming. And it's a 2-yard gain as I push a little bit closer. And I'm going to try and hurry up a little bit. I'll bring up 3rd and 8. All right, 3rd and 8 here. I'll try it. From the 32, we've got 1:15 left. 7. It's a 10-yard gain, 1st down. To the 22. I'll figure out what I want to do with the clock in a minute. It's Tyreek Hill. Getting that 10-yard completion. How do I want to deal with the clock now? Because Miami doesn't want to leave too much time in here. Panthers are actually going to force them to take a timeout to do a play. As they take a timeout, that's their first. Their thinking probably is, force Miami to make a turnover and pray they make some kind of stupid mistake. They're looking for another turnover. They can get one. This game is probably over. All right, 1st and 10. I'm going to be a little conservative and try to run the ball a little bit. Panthers are actually going to think the same, or trying to prevent any sort of deep pass, so 7, and it's a 7-yard gain if this holds. Instead, oh, that's the wrong one. That's now the bazillionth time I've read the wrong specialist card. It's not going to matter because that's probably a holding penalty. Oh, great. Oh, great. It's a holding penalty. No, illegal procedure, so it's only 5 yards. But the clock still goes down to a minute. So that's actually a problem. Okay, 1st and 15 now. 8, we have another potential penalty, but let's resolve the waddle pass first. It's a 9-yarder if it stands. Yeah, it's a 9-yarder. Okay. 27, 18. It's a 9-yard play. We'll let this go. It's actually, and we're going to let it go, and the Panthers aren't going to realize that the Dolphins won't take timeout right away, and they will. So the Panthers are taking a timeout. That's their second. Meanwhile, let me address the Waddle 9-yard completion. Give him his yards. He's up to 162, by the way. Shoot, was this third down? No, that was the first and... Uh-oh, I totally forgot. Uh-oh, are we at 2nd and 3rd down? I'm pulling a Tom Brady here. No, this is 2nd down. Okay, so this is 2nd down. I can confirm this is 2nd down. We're all right. Everything's fine. I'm not trying to screw over the Panthers here. All right, 2nd down. We'll see if the Panthers truly do want to take any more timeouts or not. I'll run it. Panthers are actually saying, yeah, I think we're thinking run. 8 on the line, Buck. No gain. Nothing from Mostert. He has not been able to find anything in those 25 carries. For the time-wise, Panthers will take a timeout. That's their last one. They're playing a very dangerous game, but they're forcing the Dolphins. They think they can get the ball back. All I got to do is kick a field goal, really. There's going to be 8 seconds remaining. Ugh. Yeah, Panthers want one more shot at this. They're probably going to get it. Anyways, 3rd and what appears to be 6. Push it just slightly, but not really. Okay. 11. All right, well, they guessed it wrong, so it's only a 2 or a 12. Okay. It's not bad. Unless... Ooh! Ooh, that was dangerously close to ending the game right there. Almost picked off. Tua tried to throw at the hill, and somehow the cornerback jumped that one, and it was almost, I believe it was, yeah, Jackson again. He has a pick earlier, and he almost pulled it again. That would have ended the game, but alas, he drops the pick. Oh, man, Dolphins catch a break there. And for the Panthers, they at least get their wish, so good job. But now here comes the fun part. Can the Dolphins kick this field goal? It's an 35-yarder from Jason Sanders here. He needs... Basically, don't roll an 11 or a 12. Okay, here we go for the lead. The kick is up, and... It's good! Jason Sanders drills it from 35 to give the Dolphins the lead. This game is not over by any means, but the Dolphins have a 1-point lead here. They're clinging on to dear life. 23-22. They are leading by the narrowest of margins by a single point. I don't think anyone expected this, and Carolina has just played their asses off after getting beaten down earlier in the passing department. They've got 22 seconds to make this happen, so they could still pull this off. All right, here we go. kickoff. They're going to skid it at the 25. And they'll have all free of their time. They have no timeouts. They have 22 seconds. Sam Darnold's going to have to figure something out. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Now, all right, hold on. Okay, this is Miami's card. We got to put that over here. So now I need all my receivers. We need DJ Moore for sure. We're going to need these two receivers, Marshall and Chenault for sure. Is there anybody else that can catch passes deep? Anybody? Shi Smith, are you good? I think that's what I'm looking at for right now. We'll probably have a, yeah, we'll throw in Shi Smith on the tight end spot. Basically, if you can catch a pass deep, you're going in. Oh, dear. This is just lovely, isn't it? Okay. So there we go. We got multiple options here. So it's 1st and 10 here. Oh, boy. There's no timeout, so I'll allow one spike, but they really got to, make this happen. There's really only one player I can target. Miami's playing the pass for sure. All right, 1st and 10 from the 25. A sack ends the game, by the way, just so we're all aware, as does a turnover. So, all right, here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25. Carolina, you need to get to the 37, so you actually need 38 yards minimum. Let's see if they can pull it off. 2-10. Where's Sam Darnold? He's apparently a ghost. Okay, there we go. Must run. Oh, that's going to be wonderful. That doesn't do anything, but fortunately he ran out of bounds. Let's see what he gets. Just 3. Okay, so at least he ran out of bounds, but that does not do anybody any good. All right. Well, the problem is now that eliminates DJ Moore. Nuts. This is where it gets a little bit iffy. I'll throw it to Marshall, and hopefully he gets in an incompletion here. 2nd and 7, even though at this point the down and distance doesn't mean anything, really. All right, let's see what we got. An incompletion, but we may have a pass interference penalty. Hold the phone, everybody. Oh, no! Opponent number 3! I think we might have a pass interference penalty. Uh-oh. Yep. Incomplete. It's a pass interference penalty for 25 yards against the defense. Oh, that's not good. Okay. 23. 3. Panthers have it at the Miami 47. They're still not in range yet. And now, even worse, they can't even spike the ball, so that kind of hurts both sides a little bit. Okay. We're trying DJ Moore again. I have to try Shi Smith here. He's literally the only person I could really throw this to. All right. Yeah, we can try that, and hopefully we can save DJ Moore for last. So, Shi Smith, let's see what happens. Down and distance doesn't really matter, but it's 1st and 10, just as a point of reference. 11 on a long. 31. And he goes out of bounds. Are you kidding me? Oh, no. Shi Smith with an improbable 31-yard reception. And he miraculously catches it out of bounds. The Panthers have it at the 16, and because I rolled a D, he gets to catch it out of bounds. There's a second remaining. Unbelievable. Is this really how this is going to end? Shi Smith may have just saved them. This is it, folks. Panthers for the win. Eddie Pinheiro, as long as he doesn't roll an 11 or a 12, we are good. Pinheiro from 33 for the win. Not yet. Timeout. I got to ice the kicker. Sue me. All right, here we go. Unless it's an 11 or a 12, Panthers will win, and it's good. The Panthers pull off the shocking upset on opening night. Are you kidding me? No way. They take down the defending champions in their own house. 25-23. Unbelievable. From loser bowl to an upset on day one. Wow. See, if that doesn't prove that I'm just a homer, then I don't know what does. Now, if you could go, excuse me, I'm going to go in the other room and get the Clorox bleacher. I mean...
Son of a bitch! You done messed up, Aaron. Now take your ass on down to Oshag Hennessy's office right now and tell him exactly what you did.
Who?
Oshag Hennessy!
Principal O'Shaughnessy?
Get out of my goddamn classroom before I break my foot off in your ass, insubordinate.
Oh, okay, you need to be fixed. No, yeah. 25-23 is the final score. I wish that was it. Unbelievable. The Panthers snatched victory from the jaws of defeat at the very last second. Unreal. Wow. Wow, I mean, and Darnold didn't even have that good of a game. 279, a touchdown and 2 picks, yet somehow he walks away with a W. Foreman, an okay performance. DJ Moore, did pretty good. 8 for 122 and a touchdown. But there's your hero right here, that 31-yard pass to Shi Smith at the end of the regulation almost. And he went out of bounds. Had he not rolled a D, I would have ruled that they wouldn't have had enough time, and that would have been the end of the game. Wow, just unbelievable effort by him to save the game, and Eddie Pinheiro kicks the game-winning field goal. Look at this, Carolina's defense. 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, 2 of them recovered, a pick, and a safety even. Unreal. They just did, their defense did just enough to get them the W. Miami, 2 almost threw for 400 yards, and yet they lost. Couldn't run the ball. Very ineffective. Waddle and Hill went off, but nothing doing there. Smythe and Mostert caught touchdowns. Howard had 2 picks. They had 2 sacks, but at the end of the day, they were just too one-dimensional and had one too many turnovers, specifically in the running game. I don't know what to say about that other than that's just a hard luck loss. And unfortunately, they will be going in first. Yep. Unfortunately, this is the first recorded game, so there it is. Carolina, 29-23. From loser bowl to pulling off an upset on opening day. That's just unreal. Here's hoping the Chiefs don't fall victim too, as by the time I release this, they will be doing the same thing too. But if they did, oh well, sucks to be them. I don't mind it. Priorities, people, priorities. All right, I'm done. I'm already sad panda, so, you know, it is what it is. Okay, apparently my camera is feeling just as sad as I am. It says it's no longer working. Good, because you can't see how sad I am right now, how devastated I am by all this, so it's just as good, so. Anyways, that's, well, half going to do it from me. Sunday, we actually open the season with Raiders, Commanders. That'll be our actual Week 1 matchup, and then we'll get started on go from there. So, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe buttons, especially if you're enjoying my pain. And now, if you'll excuse me, yeah. Okay, well, at least you guys know I'm being fair, not being a homer now, okay? So, I hope this doesn't happen during the regular season. Bye. Why?